Hello. Welcome everyone to this very special stream, Chess Classics You Must Know, episode 33. It is one of my most favorite streams on Chess Base India. I love it. I simply enjoy being with all of you. So, a big welcome to everyone in the chat. Let me see if you can hear me well, and a very warm welcome to everyone here. Hello, Nikunj, Sid, Ajay, the occult. How are you guys doing? Amay, Sanchit. Okay, so the thing that we always discuss before our chess classic stream. Why is my head getting cut? Ah, yeah, that's better. So, the thing which we discussed before the chess classic stream, whose game we are going to watch today, that is the first question to all of you. Which top player are we going to see the game of today? Hello. Karpov, Ivanchuk. Guys, we can't look at modern players' games. That's not classics. Classics means people of the yesteryears. Okay, mainly players who have played many years ago and games which are famous in the chess world. Not Tal. Yes, Amit Roy. You are right. Amit Roy has guessed it right. We are going to look at the game of the second world champion, and this is a very famous game. Okay, I will give you a disclaimer. It's a very tough game that we are going to look at together. Maybe one of the toughest games that I have chosen. So you guys have to be on the top of your game. You have to be on your toes. Piyush Mehta, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. And I'll be asking you questions for all those who want to have a game like feel, like the over the board chess feel, who are going to play in tournaments, can get a chess board, set up the board, and whenever I ask you to think, you can think on the board, right? And for all those who want to just learn from it, can learn from the screen. Whenever I ask you a question, try to type down your answer or write it down in a book, and let's get it cracking. Are we ready? I'm going to basically, this is the game that we are going to look at. I'm not going to reveal the opponent's name so that you don't check it, but at the end of it we will talk, or maybe I'll reveal it because there's a story attached to it. But guys, please don't go online and check it. Try to think on your own, try to learn it. खुद से सीखना है. Come on, we have to learn on our own, no external help. Yes, everyone. Okay, so here's the story. This is written by Kasparov. Okay, he writes, the American Harry Pillsbury. Okay, he's the opponent of Lasker. Pillsbury was one of the brightest stars to ever sparkle in chess firmament. He never played in a world championship match, but for a year he was considered as the future of chess. His sensational victory in the international debut at the Hastings tournament in 1895-96 ahead of the newly crowned world champion Lasker won him a place amongst the best players. This victory of Pillsbury in the Hastings tournament was amazing, guys. You have to see that game. I have covered it on the channel. You can see it. I think I showed it in Improving Chess. Beautiful. At the time, there was an uncertainty about true hierarchy of the top world of chess. You know, now we know that, okay, Magnus Carlsen is the world champion. There is ELO ratings. He's the best in the world. But at that point of time, people always used to debate. And yeah, even though Lasker had won the world championship, because Pillsbury finished in a tournament which was very strong, Hastings event, and he finished first, everyone was like, maybe Pillsbury is the better one. Maybe he's the world championship material. At that time, which made new contests inevitable. So everyone wanted new contests to happen. To clarify the situation, 5 of the best players in the world were invited in a tournament in St. Petersburg in 1896. So this happened in Russia, this tournament. So first was Lasker, second was Pillsbury. Can anyone guess who are the other players? First world champion was Stenitz, second was Lasker. Well, the players who were, it was still not Capablanca's time. There was Stenitz, Pillsbury, Chigorin, and Tarash. Stenitz, very good, guys. And at the last moment, Tarash cancelled, so there were only 4 players now. Each player played 6 games against each of the others. After 3 rounds, Pillsbury was in the lead and Lasker was second. But even he was badly losing his micro match against Pillsbury. Pillsbury had already scored 2.5 points out of 3 against Lasker. So everyone was like, okay, Pillsbury is amazing. It was only due to Stenitz's successful performance against Pillsbury that Lasker managed to remain in contention, just 1 point behind Pillsbury. The following game, played in the 4th round between Lasker and Pillsbury, if Pillsbury would win, the outcome of the tournament would be more or less clear. And then the chess world would call into question the legitimacy of Lasker's title, forcing him to play a new match for the world championship with this young, energetic opponent under very unfavorable circumstances. So, very important game. You know, like, you can imagine that this is the game between, I don't know, who are the, like maybe Magnus versus Hans Niemann or something like this, you know. It was just very important at that point. So, let's start the game. Are you ready? Should I begin? Try to think on your own. There are a lot of questions that are also in the variations. So, Pillsbury is white, Lasker is black, and Pillsbury opens the game with d4. Now, Lasker is already known. I'll also start the timer so that Lasker is known in the chess world to be someone who's not very good at openings. Okay, he's okay at openings. So he was never really like, oh, I should play this particular openings. He would just be a practical player. d5, c4, e6. And guys, you know the name of this opening. It is what? What is this opening called? Queen's Gambit declined. Absolutely right. QGD. Knight c3. The knight came out to f6. Very classical, very simple, controlling the center, developing a knight. Next, he will bring out the bishop and then castle. Knight came out to f3. And now black played the Tarash defense, which is with the move. What is the move that leads to the Tarash defense, guys? Let's see. Yes, Delight Daniel, Sagar Goel, Krish Arora. Fantastic, guys. Beautiful. The right move here that leads to the Tarash variation. Let me see if the chat chess moves working okay. We don't have the board. Yes, there we have the board. Yes, c5 is the move. Well done, guys. Well done. c5 is the correct move. And so here he played the move bishop to g5. This is now not played anymore, but back then opening was not so important. He took, queen takes, and now came the move knight to c6. An important move hitting the queen. So the queen had to move. He played queen h4. And now black very calmly played bishop e7. So black has now developed his pieces, is doing well. And you know, Pillsbury, very aggressive player. What did he play to make it very aggressive? Guys, what's the aggressive move here? Yes, yes, exactly. Long castle, very good. All those who said long castle, fantastic job. This is the move that was played, quite aggressive. Castling happened. Lasker played his queen to a5 and he's just telling Pillsbury, look, I'm looking at your a2 pawn, I'm looking at your knight, I'm pretty much going to attack you. Pillsbury said, I don't care, e3, I'm going to develop my bishop, I'll tuck my king in, and maybe if you castle, I'll go bishop d3 and I'll also have an attack on you. Okay. Lasker said, first let me just develop my bishop. Bishop d7 was played. Already black has a fantastic position out of the opening. King b1 was played here. And now the move that was played was h6. Okay, important moment of the game incoming. White gets worried. He's like, oh my god, what should I do? My bishop is attacked. But then he realizes, actually my bishop is not attacked. I don't need to move it because if he takes it, the rook is hanging. So what he does is he takes on d5. So here's your first minor question. This is not the main question in the game. First minor question. I have many minor questions today. What should black play here? Let's see, guys. Black to play a very minor question, but something that is important. Do you take here with the knight? Do you take here with the pawn? What do you take with? Do you take the bishop? Let's see. Let's look at our chat chess moves to understand what's the move. Yes, all of you are very tempted to take with the knight. This is why I asked this question, because I was pretty sure that all of you want to take with the knight. I don't know why, but I think one of the main reasons is that there is a bias towards not playing with an isolated pawn. So here, if you take with the pawn, you feel, oh my god, this is not good. But guys, this is good because now the bishop has opened up. Also, you are not exchanging these bishops. Like when you take with the knight here, he is able to take here with the bishop. Okay, one thing. Secondly, he can take here. Knight takes d5. And things are not so clear. Because now, when he takes on g5, you can take back. And he can't take here because the rook is hanging. So he must play d5. Eventually, he must get this isolated pawn. But then why did you want to exchange the bishops? That is the question. So all those who said knight takes e takes d5, Shreyas, Dhanay, Arka, Sarfaraz, Chess D, Sarvesh, Beloglavi, Maharishi, Indrajit and Shubhodatta Roy, well done. I am really very happy that all of you found this move directly to take e takes d5 without getting tempted to take over here with the knight. So fantastic job there. Excellent. Okay, let's look at what happened in the game next. He played knight d4. He's clearly not worried still about this problem because of the rook. Black now castled. Okay, and now it's a real problem. And the first thing you notice is, oh my god, can I sacrifice this? But actually speaking, here black has a very good move. So for your second minor question, guys, not the major one, but the minor question. This is something interesting. What should black play here? Black to play. Come on. This is not tough for you guys. You guys are pros. Yes, exactly. All those who are saying ng4, guys, that is not a good move because of bishop to g5. Please don't forget this. Knight g4, bishop g5, and I've just snatched a pawn there. That does not work. Yes, okay, maybe you can get this something here, but after bishop d3, actually white is doing okay. So that's the reason why the move that I was looking for and the move that has been found by Vatsal, Anirudh, Delight Daniel, Shreyas, Adarsh, Sanchit, Mithi, Meera, Indrajit and Kaunur is 94. Fantastic job. Attacking the queen here. Attacking this. And it's winning. This is a winning position. And the moment you move your queen wherever, let's say queen h5, I'll take on c3, b takes c3, and then knight takes d4. And it's not even a question of me winning this bishop. I can and I will. But first I'll take on d4. And let's say you take with the rook even. I'll give a check here. And then I will pick up this bishop here on h6. So very important just to be alert about these possibilities in the position. Okay, so he took on f6. He took on f6. Bishop takes f6 happened. And next came queen to h5 because the queen is hanging. So you need to save your queen. And that did happen here. He saved the queen. And then came knight takes d4. E takes d4. And black said, oh, my pawn is hanging now. This is hanging from here and here. So he defended it with bishop e6. Okay. And now an important moment in the game. White said, look, black has the bishop pair. I agree. Okay. And my position looks quite dangerous because rook c8 and rook e8 and the rooks will come here and here. And I mean, as white, I don't have much play. But I will play the move f4. Let's go. I'm going to hit f5 now. And then I'm going to attack the d5 pawn. Okay. Lasker is like Pillsbury. Chill. Take a chill pill, buddy. Rook c8. Just develops. And Pillsbury is like, Lasker, now I'm coming all out at you. f5. And your first question for the day. What should black play in this position? Black to play. Very important moment. It's like everyone was just waiting for me to ask this question. Huh? It's so quick, huh, guys? All of you are super quick. Beautiful. Rook takes c3. All those who have mentioned this exchange sacrifice, boom! You played like the second world champion. Lasker, Tanishk, Varun, Vikash, Sandeep, Pagu, Delight, Shreyas, Rasoy, Alishan, Raunak, Anikait. Well done. So you have sacrificed this rook on c3. And now your opponent has two options in this position. Okay. One is that your opponent can take here. Okay. And the second one is that he can take here. In the game, he took on e6, which is fine. If he took b takes c3, now there was a very cool move, which is just rook c8. And the point is, after take, I'm taking queen takes c3 and the game is over. Just khatam. Because I'm going to check here, I'm going to check here, and let's say bishop d3 if played, then I'll just take check and take on d4 with a mate. So it's a big attack that comes up and which you cannot handle. So that's the reason why rook takes c3 gets you the full point, guys. But here's the small catch. All those who mentioned bishop d7 here, all those who mentioned the move bishop to d7, you are absolutely right. Slightly scatty, Gauransh and Aditya. It is also a possible move and a good move. So well done, all of you who said this. It's the correct way to continue. Okay. So bishop d7 possible, but he took here, and now white took on e6. And here's your second question now, guys. What should you play in this position? It is black to play. Very important moment in the game. I want to see. Guys, is there a lag? I don't see that. I think my connection is pretty okay. Come on, think, guys. Don't just. Uh, this is one of the most key moments of the game. You know, I have such a mixed response here right now. Look at this. I have rook f8, rook c8, rook a3, queen b4, fe6. My god, so many moves. Okay, here's a small story that I'm going to tell you, and then I will come to this question again, and you might have to type the answer again. So there was this game in 1858 that is nearly 40 years before this game happened. Okay, 40 years before this game, 42 years perhaps. No, 38 years. This was an amazing game, and we reached a position here. Okay, this was the game between Bird and Morphy. Okay, and be very alert. Okay, guys, in this position everything's looking good. Okay, Morphy has like, oh, bishop nicely placed, rook here, and bishop is looking here, queen is nicely placed, and all of a sudden he just gives up. He just gives up an entire rook. And after bishop f2, here's my question to everyone in the chat. What is the move that Morphy played here which stunned the world? Stunned absolutely black to play. Not easy, but not so tough. Not so tough. Come on. Let me see what are the answers that have been mentioned here. Yes, well done to Shreyash, Anirudh, Yashad, Occult, World of Wit, Slightly Scatty, Supriya Short, Adarsh, Voxy, and Shaurya Kanoi. Queen a3. What a move! So this rook sacrifice was all about clearing the path for the queen. Because if you take here, bishop a3 is checkmate. Game over. And for all those who have said in this position, bishop a3, this does not work because of queen e3. And somehow black is not, white is completely in the game right now. The other option which you have all mentioned is rook b2, but this does not work because after king b2, check, king a1, this is winning, or I can even play king b1, better. King b1, so that bishop b4, I have maybe queen c1 or even c3 followed by queen c2. So this game, now we come to our game, which is this one here. And the question is, what should black play here? Now I want all of you to answer. Learn from that game. Okay, it's not like the same concept, but some ideas. What should black play here? Black to play. You are saying in that position, what about queen c3 after queen a3? Maybe there is queen a2 because you cannot play king d2, there is bishop b4, so somehow it doesn't work. Yeah, there queen a2 might be very strong. Yes, and now the chat, look at this. This is what I want. Dhanai, Aditya, Sanchit, Indrajit, Yashad, Adarsh, Slightly, Sandipagu, Anirudh, Shreyas. Well done. Rook a3 was played in the game. Amazing job done here by all of you. Now, important moment of the game has arrived. In the game, e takes f7 was played, but I'm going to ask you a few questions now. Are you ready for it? First, if b takes a3, okay, you take it. So you must here play. What's the natural move, guys? What's the natural move now after take? Not for points, but still. Of course, of course. Very good. All those. Well, Arca, if you play Queen A3, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Like, there's no real threat, and I can even come back. Like, let's say EF7, King H8, for example. Just Queen takes D5, followed by Queen B3 looks good. Queen F3 back looks good. You can't take on A3. So the right move is Queen B6 check. Well done, all of you who said Queen B6. Now he has a few options. Firstly, let's look at the king coming out. This is the reason why I said this game is tough. You might think, oh, why is he giving us so many variations? My head is spinning. Guys, this is how you become a good player. Check to the king. King must go to the D file. Check to the king again. And now, if he plays two moves, bishop D3 and king E1. King E2 also possible, but it allows rook C2 coming in with a check. So let's first look at bishop D3 here. What should black play here for your minor point? Beautiful move here. Oh, technical Varun, you're so quick, technical Varun. Adarsh Kartikeyan, Aniket Gupta, slightly scatty, Indrajit forever. I have a chat which is just epic, epically strong. All those who are tempted by this check, guys, come on. King E1, game over. You have lost it. You give another check, I'm just going to block it with my queen. White is winning. So the move here that I was looking for, and I'm very, very proud of all of you who found it. Rook C2, well done. Technical Varun, Adarsh, Anket, slightly Andrajit, Sanchit, World of Wit, Aditya, Manoj and Vikash, Nishat. Rook C2, you can't take with the bishop, it's pinned. You have to take with the rook, and there in comes... Okay, I need at least 100 people to answer this. Come on, guys. 100 of you. You can find it. You can find 100 of you, but no, it's me. So many of you getting the wrong answer. There's a mate in 1 and there's a mate in 2. I want to find the mate in 1. Yes. Slightly scatty, Uthira, Sanchit, Delight, Mathematics, Anirudh, Gnanakumar, Arpit, Gauransh, Ashish. Checkmate. Checkmate. But all those who said Queen C3, well, ठीक है, next move पे हो जाएगा mate. Okay, fine. So, this is the correct way to play here. By the way, King C2, we didn't finish this one last line, which was King E1 in this position. You go Queen E3 check. This time, he cannot play his queen here because of check, and black wins. So that's the reason why you have to play bishop E2. And then after this very calm little move, now F takes E6. Black is winning. The reason for it is that you give check here, King F1, check here, and it's a mate. You just open the file on the F file for that move. Okay. So now we go back to the line where after B takes A3, Queen B6, we looked at King C2. What if he plays King A1? And guys, try to look at the variations also carefully, because a variation supports the main line. If your variations you are not able to calculate, you can never play the main move. Here, what's the move that you should play very quickly? I think you all can spot it. Very simple move, black to play. Yes, absolutely right. Just take on D4, bishop D4, the king is mated. So you must take. Queen takes check, King B1, and now a very nice move which I like a lot, just FE6. And you are telling your opponent, look, Rook can join in here. There will be a mating attack with the Queen and the Rook. And it's all over. So that's the reason why here Black is winning. Just for example, if you play Bishop E2, I give a check, King A1, and I go in, and then this is attacked. There is this check on D4, and it's a mate. Okay, coming back to the game, the main, now you have looked at almost all the lines, and we go to the variation with e takes f7 played in the game. Black played takes. B takes a3, the rook was taken, because otherwise now this is hanging and there's no way to defend it, and that's a very important pawn. So you take it, and now black to play. What do you do here? Important moment, guys, come on. Black to play. This is for your third point in the game. Sorry, it's for your fourth point, because we asked one from that other Morphe game. So this is your fourth point. It's an important moment. It's an important moment. Yep. Well done to all of you who found the move. Queen b6. Excellent job. Check. And fantastic job here by Indrajit. Slightly light study IQ, motivation, Shreyas, Sanchit, Arka, Jyotinjay and Suyash Yewale. So now we know if he goes here, we already know this is bone crushing. This is game over. Mara Mara, king idhar aaya, and then just move your rook in, over. Khatam. Tata, goodbye. So you can't do that. So you have to maybe come out here. But then comes check, and again the same variations which we saw, right? With queen, it doesn't change anything much with rook c2 and queen b2 mate and all of that. So what is the only move that white can play here to sort of keep the game going, to keep it interesting? What is the nice move that Pillsbury played here? Yes, Sanchit, very quick, Sanchit, gun game, Whitey, Adarsh, Karthikeyan, very good guys, excellent. In order, because see, this is losing, if you go here also losing, because the rook will join. So the right move here, and the very important move here, is bishop b5. And the point is very simple. After you take, he just wants to go here. And he's like, abhi to ye nahi mar raha hai na, because your queen is no longer on b6 defending it. So I have just deflected it, because in the end, I am a rook up. If you count the material, white is a rook up. Bishop for a bishop, rook for a rook, queen for a queen. He has an extra rook. So even if I give one bishop away, I am still an exchange up. King a1. And now, for your fifth point today, what should black play in this position? Black to move, guys. Black to play. Important. Come on. Focus. This is actually pretty tough. Guys, try to think on your own. Please don't look at the game. Please think on your own. Get better. If you think you will be better. So a lot of you are very interested to take here. But then after rook d4, what's your point, guys? Why did you give me this free bishop? All those who here, Tanishk, Savita, Vani, Uthira, Suyash, Gun Game, why did you give me this bishop? What's the point? It's just a free bishop. The other move which has been mentioned here is rook c7. This was played in the game. So Anirudh, Indrajit, Sandipagu, Maharishi, Adarsh. This move was played in the game, but not the best. The right move here, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone who found this move. Queen c4, Aniket, Aditya, Alston, Lakshmi, Shriram, World of It, Anand Kumar, Diptanu, Vrund and Arushi. Fantastic job attacking here. I'm going to come to the next move, but first, this is very important to play. Also, I want to give a shout out to those who found the move Queen c5. Slightly scatty, Shreyas and Aditya D, because he can never take your pawn, it's pinned. So good job there. Now rook c7 was played in the game. Queen c4, if played, white must defend. So white will play the move queen g4. He defends this pawn. And now for black, it's a very important thing to get another piece into the game, rook e7. And the rook is well positioned here. It is excellently placed, and the threat now is rook e2. If I can get rook e2, you are over. So if you go rook d2, stopping it, then there's check, attacking the rook and here. So that does not work. So rook e1, and now a very important move here, guys. I mean, many moves win, but how do you win? Black to play. Queen c3 check, fantastic check, and you win the rook here. That is a very good way to win. The other one is, of course, rook takes e1. Rook takes e1 and bishop d4 with a winning attack. And the last one, of course, is to take here, because whatever you take with, in the end, you are going to lose material. And then dc4. So these are all the winning moves here. But queen c4 was just completely winning. It was very important, but he played rook c7. And this gave Pillsbury a chance. It gave him a chance to come back in the game, and Pillsbury found it. It's a very nice little move. What did Pillsbury play here? It's not for points, but just a minor question to you. What did he play in this position? White to move. This game, I'm asking you questions from both sides so that you learn how to face such a position, both from attacking perspective and also defensive. All those who are saying rook b1, guys, that does not work because of bishop d4 check. It's not a good idea. Also, no queen e8 checks. Queen e8, queen takes e8, free queen. So, what is the move here? Not queen e8. Rook d2. Very good. Rook d2. Excellent job here. Excellent job by Delight, Slightly, Beloglavi, Adarsh, Sanchit, Tanishk, Sandipagu, Utkarsh, Anirudh and Indrajit forever. Rook d2 is the correct move. And here he went rook c4. So he's doing the same thing now. He's putting pressure on the d4 point. He wants to attack it. Here it was important for white to take control over the position and find a very, very important move here. So it's your move, white to play. What should white have done? His d4 is under pressure. What should he do? Yes, you all played the move that was played by Pillsbury, rook hd1. Not so great, not so great. The right move here and a very important move is rook e1. And all those who found it, Aditya D, Jnana Yogi, Dhanai, Uthira, being brilliant at chess, Aniket, Gun Game, Kamal Sharma, Surya, and Diptanu Chakraborty. Good move, rook e1. And the point is very clear. You want to just give a check and exchange the queens off. And then white is better. What would have happened if queen g4, I was thinking here. Do you see the winning move here after queen g4? Not easy. Indrajit forever. Very interesting move again by you. But the best move here is queen c6. Well done. Queen c5 also possible. But queen c6 is the strongest move. The main point is that if you play king b1 to stop rook c1 mating ideas, I have bishop g5 putting pressure here, and that's why I don't want to put the queen here, because otherwise it would have been taken away. So queen g4 does not work. The right move was rook e1. And now there are a few options. For example, if queen c6 now, then queen e8 and the queens are traded. That does not work. So you play bishop d4, rook d4, rook d4, but then there is a check and mating attack here. White wins. So you can't take on d4. Queen a5, very interesting move, because now I'm attacking your rook and I'm also looking at c3 square. Rook e8 check, king is at 7, queen f5 check, g6. And now for your minor question point, what should white play here? Come on guys, think. White to play, very important, otherwise white is getting mated. White is in big trouble. There's a check and mate coming up, so you need to find the most accurate move. Not at all easy here, but I think our chat is good enough. Very nice, excellent job here by Aniket, Sanchit, Aditya, Alston, Gauransh, Sarthak, Adarsh, slightly scatty, Surya, Sarfaraj, excellent job here. Rook e7 check. What a move. What a fantastic move. You first need to take the rook, because if you play king here, there is queen f6. If you play king g8, there is queen g6. And if you play bishop g7, well, that's a simple draw after take, take, check. And it's a perpetual check there. So the only move is to take the rook, but then a check, 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 and it's a draw. So that way you can realize that rook e1 was a very powerful move here. That was missed by Pillsbury. He played rook d1. He went passive, and that was not a good idea. And now for your next question, what is it that black should have played here? Black to play. Black to play, guys. Come on. Let me see how many of you were able to find this. Brilliant job here by Slightly Scatty, Surya, Jerush, I am Noob, Alston, Samarth, Srini, Dhanai, Marky, and being brilliant. So you want to get to the king, but how do you do that? What is the way? The way is to go here and to keep this square under control, so there are no checks, and you are threatening rook c1 with a mating idea. And if here he plays king b1 trying to stop it, you have bishop g5 attacking the rook and also the c1 square. So that's a very good move. And if he goes king b2, then you can actually take on d4, or you can start with queen b6, rook d4, check, rook takes d4, and black wins here. So this is how black could win the position. And now let's go back to the game, because after rook hd1, which was a mistake, instead of rook e1, he played rook hd1. Black should have played queen c6 and would have got a winning attack, but black played the move rook c3. And maybe this was not the best move. Here it is, like rook c3 looks very suspect. Queen f5, excellent move by Pillsbury. Now Pillsbury is in the game. He said rook c3, क्या point था यार यहाँ पे rook का? If you take stock of the position, black is still an exchange down. White has 5 pawns, 2 rooks, queen. Black has 5 pawns, rook, bishop, and queen. Queen f5, and now you move in with queen to c4 as black. And now for white, what is the most accurate defensive move? This is for your 8th point in the game. What is the most accurate move in this position for defense? What do you do? White to play. Come on, guys. Come on. Very important moment, because there is a mate here. And you could also be tempted to play like Pillsbury. It's not so simple. Temptations abound in plenty in such positions where there is a material imbalance. Yes, fantastic job, not done by all of you. Everyone wanted to play queen b1. Very safe, but does not help the cause after bishop g5, because where do you move your piece? Like, do you go here? It's a free piece. Do you go here? Yeah, maybe here. Rook c1, take, and bishop c1, removing the rook, threatening a check. It's not easy. It's not easy. Amazing. So, and if rook f2, then in such a position, bishop e3 with the idea of bishop d4, black is doing very, very well there. So, king b1 uh, was the correct move here, not queen b1, king b1, and then after rook a3, there is rook c1. White has fought back in the position very much. So, the right move here is king b2. It's a very, very important move. Sorry, the right move was king b1, but was played in the game king b2. And now, let's come back to this moment where it's your point, ninth point. What do you do? Black to play. This move makes the game special. The right move here, and let me see how many of you have got it in the chat. Fantastic. Adarsh, Vatsal, World of Wits, Sandeep Pagu, Aniket, Slightly Scatty, I am Noob, Sanchit, Kamad, and Uthira. Rook takes a3. Again, a sack of a rook on a3 square. How often does it happen that you sack both your rooks on the same square on a3? So, beautiful move by Emmanuel Lasker. And he's saying that now I'm going to checkmate you here. Also notice how there is no perpetual here because the c8 square is guarded. He gave a check. Now king h8 is the most natural move, but he went king h7. I mean, we are going to discuss what if the rook is taken. And now he did take the rook. But before coming there, let's just look at king b1. What would you play here as black? Black to play. Very important moment. It's also called deflection here. Black to move. What do you do? Yes, this is a minor question to all of you, and the right move, as you all have found, is bishop d4. And your point is that if he takes here, then you are going to play queen a2, king c1, rook c3, checkmate. So bishop d4, excellent job here done by Adarsh, Delight, Aditya being brilliant, Sai Prasanna, Sandipagu, Jerush, Mayank, Parvinder, and Mithi's dazzling. What if after here, instead of king b1, he gives a check here? King h8, king b1. Actually, king g8 is the best move. It keeps the win in the game. But if you go king h8, king b1, and now black needs to find the only move to hold the game. Otherwise, he will start getting worse here. What is the only move for black to hold the game here? Rook b3, very interesting move. Rook b3. But after I take ab, queen b3, king c1, check, maybe just queen c2, I think. Yeah, I think this is not a draw because somehow I have pieces that can survive this, like check and then king d1, and black is busted here because the moment the queen moves, there's a back rank mate here with the queen looking back. So a very, very nice variation, but the right move is rook takes a2. All those who found this move, Aditya D, Kamad, Slightly Scatty, Srini Shruti, Indrajit Forever, and Surya. Because now after rook takes, I give a check. This is hanging, so you have to go to c1, and then comes bishop g5, and at the very least you are able to hold to a draw, because after this, check, king here, check. It's not easy. It's not easy to untangle. So this is what has could have happened. Um, but in the game, instead of king b1, he took. And now, very important move here, check, only move, king a4. And now for your last point in this game, what do you play here as black to play? Come on, fight. Black to play. Yes, excellent move by all of you, suggested by all of you. Some of you want to play a5, but that just doesn't work because of queen b6, and white has stopped all the checks. The correct move here is b5, and well done. Have everyone found b5? Yes. World of Wit, Aniket Gupta, Vatsal Singla, Sanchit, Amrit Ranjan, Slightly Scatty, Maharishi Ray, Arka, Lakshmi Narasimha, and Arush Kaushik. It's a mate. You have to take the pawn. Once you take the pawn, I'm going to make it even smaller cage for you. And now, guys, for the final point today, I mean, 10 are already over, but a bonus point. Let me have at least 200 of you give me the right answer here. What is it that black can play here to finish off the game? Come on, guys. It's not easy. It's a forced mate in two. Forced mate in two. And sometimes such a move is difficult to spot because it's a backward move. Ooh. I got hurt by a backward move there. Bishop d8 is the correct move here. Fantastic job here by Slightly Scatty, Uthira, Alston, Samarth, Aditya, Aniket, Kamad, Jerush, Mithi's Dazzling. Well done, guys. So bishop d8, he cannot move his king, queen b6, and bishop takes b. Yeah, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that. I just wanted to ask you, I hope you liked the game. Did you guys like the game? And what did you learn from this game also? Please let me know in the chat what is it that you learned today. And you can also mention it. AB6 check was much neater. That is true. He could have also done that. He could have taken with the pawn here. Yep. Subtlety of rook e1, rook a3 sack, showing a lot of variations. I think in this game it was Delight Daniel says don't castle queenside and be cocky. I think the main thing was how to calculate lines. It's very important to be disciplined in calculating variations. And yeah, this rook a3 is very nice. So don't be afraid to sacrifice. Right, I'm going to end the stream now. I hope you liked it. We finished it in 45 minutes, which is very cool. You guys were amazing. I will also put up this game on Chess Ranga, so you can try it in the interactive format later, and I'll put the link in the description. So thank you all for being a part of it, and please do comment. A lot of people who comment, like if you learned something, please do let me know how many points you scored out of 10. Also, you can mention that. It helps to reach more people. So thank you all. Take care. Bye bye. Good night. I'll be back tomorrow. See you.